Why would anyone want... Forget it. It's not my concern.
Let's light it up! Adventure time! Ha! Let's light it up! Off we go! Let's light it up!
I'm the frying pan.
Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky day. Adventure time! Adventure time!
By royal decree.
Disappear! Here! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Here! Boring!
Odds reveal.
Useless! If it's useful, I'll take it.
It's a miracle! Happy to oblige.
New punching bag.
better than I imagined. It's my lucky day.
A new punching bag.
Everybody stand back!
By royal decree.
Useless.
Evil conquering.
Worthless.
Adventure time!
Destiny has brought me hither.
Here! Worthless! Useless! Here!
Why would anyone want... Forget it. It's not my concern.
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional
You've got it.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in...
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! Ooh, we know that whatever the Academia lost... Osford told us to try posing as Academia students while Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia students and well, given up...
welcome.
Hi there.
Of course. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into that. Sure, we... you see over there? Those are students from the Academia. They've been looking worried and miserable. If you ask me, the life of a merchant...
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about King Deshret and some...
They're called Ain el Akhmar. Wait, come again?
Don't you see?
Many of the Eremites, and they're usually pretty wary. I've heard that I'm...
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we...
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of...
Well, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us...
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field of research. So, what's our plan? Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us half. Oh. This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see if we can spot the group.
Oh, so then what happened next?
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe
They're nothing to be afraid of.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money
Yeah.
Huh. All these guys...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when King Deshret exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah, Paimon was what...
Huh? Who are you? What do you want? Travel?
Now's probably not the time to talk about that. Didn't the students say Eremites are wary of outside...
A student? Huh. What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Oh, Paimon can't stand this.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right. We heard you mention King Deshret just now. We're actually...
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, as you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout... Years ago, King Deshret founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an King Deshret was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even...
So, you mean the...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed King Deshret's civilization. Furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth of her actions. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. King Deshret, mark my words, our god shall return. And if what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of King Deshret. I don't have anything to say to you Academia people about that. I think this conversation has...
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Huh?
You again? Deranged
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that
Hey! Shut it, Alhaitham! What?
I told you the other day.
Ha! The boss...
Yes, and in no uncertain terms.
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the Academia because it just complicates...
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you... I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly... Also... Consider this.
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay, then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 Mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for—
Mr. Iman, there appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got a plus, he seems to know a lot. He went that way! After him! Wait up! It's Al-Haytham, right?
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! Since you toured—
Who exactly are you two? A student? Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah!
He doesn't even have a vision.
Maybe not, but he can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of—
All right. I accept. We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier.
So,
You were willing to part with 500,000 Mora for... Okay. Well, if you Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so...
we know it's connected to the Academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it—
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to... This is what you've been looking for.
Huh?
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which have...
That's,
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal and they were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the Academia. Now, meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them— Well, I think that about sums it up. Oh, so that's your... With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer. You're still resolved.
There's quality here.
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must... I need you to find someone named Dory. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods. She's guarded against people from the Academia. I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon become one of Dory's customers and earn...
why do you want us to meet with—
Until you complete this task, you don't... You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what...
this is kinda nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd... I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and...
What? We only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time! We don't—
that's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh? That's a surprise. Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They—
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
how'd it go? Did you see anything?
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally... That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of dendro power. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password. And here is the— Don't be cheap. Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution.
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle— The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want— Okay, then we have a deal. If you succeed—
Looking at what Alhaitham wrote, Dory's informant is a traitor near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to...
Hello. What are you two looking to buy? What a unique pal.
Following the paper cut...
Ronak, these two want to buy...
Got it. You two, please follow me. You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
Ah, the warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me. Before I retrieve your product, please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit...
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style? Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products beautifully. Okay, everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot, it's the Matra! Run!
What? The matcha? Where? Alhaitham said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant. He ran that way. Look, he's over there. stop running now. So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe?
These two good customers wish to buy some horror fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else...
Oh, very good. Huh? Wait, you're Dory? Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, but it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant... Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces. No matter how much Mora they might have. Not only will they get... So that's why it's your first time here. But don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. As long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good. Ah, yes, of course. Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. What kind of products do you seek, my dear cousin? Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialogue. Who would want it? Or how about the architect? With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture. Ooh, now 2 million Mora. Whoa! Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. The contents and... Alright, let's try the method that Al-Haytham mentioned. We'll take these, please and my, oh my! You are blessed with... Listen, I have a special offer for you two. Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million! But all the canned knowledge we... Think about it. We've gone to all this... Aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself? Come on, come on! We still have around 100,000 of Al-Haytham's Mora left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful. Excellent! And then... hold on a second. Paimon's up. Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are... Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these. So, what did you see? So, they're all worth about the same amount? Well, anyway, the Mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a... Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be... Dory, we'll take this one. All right, very good. I'm expecting some... Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Al-Haytham. Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost. Whoa, there's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup?
Well, Wakela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so...
You're a pretty dear...
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about...
Before that, I have to ask. Why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer.
Yeah, he just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something. When we heard that the Academia had lost something that might...
In that case, a short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert.
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you...
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties.
So,
That's what we need to find out next. I won't deny that. I am investigating because as you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is several brigades have been vying for my personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I finally managed to reach a tentative agreement with several brigades. I agreed to forego ownership of the Divine Knowledge Capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, there's no harm in understanding what it is. However, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation, such as those from Ain al-Ahmar.
They adamantly believe that the Divine Knowledge Capsule contains King Deshret's power, and that he will return to this world when they obtain it. They refused.
So you kept.
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are. So, I've been sabotaging their business to force. The Divine Knowledge Capsule should be up for a secret auction within to ensure the capsule's security and to evade the unless I know whose hand. Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed.
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory?
Yes, you can say that. But the day after tomorrow, go back to Dory, and if I get the opportunity to study the Divine Knowledge Capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation? Okay.
Alhaitham, before you go.
You two want to try? Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic.
Useless.
All right, this place works. Show.
Here.
Sword fighting techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is some.
Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. We can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles. While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal. There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in.
Wow! Alhaitham! Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the academy.
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can.
Sounds like.
All right, let's begin the.
I'm going in! At the frying pan!
Useless.
All right, I'll link your. The next step is to hold it in your hand. I'll help you as.
Hey, how are you feeling? You mean that?
All right, time for round 2.
Off we go! Booba, get them! Oz revealed!
Now, I'll start.
Oh, Haytham.
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve his
Wait! How much? Ah! Dory's such a jerk! She totally skipped—
Of course, this could be because he is so powerful, but the capsule's content. At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. I'm heading back to Ikela Funduk. I await your response.
Let's see Dory today. Here, over here! Oh, welcome back, my loyal patrons. What can I do for you this time? You name it. Canned knowledge, supplies, or anything else you need. I'll find a way to get it. Where there's a waterfall of Mora, there's a way. Can you really get us anything we want? Anything at all? Aha! So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite. Then please, oblige me. Tell me what you have in mind. Oh! I knew customers with pockets, but you know, that kind of information isn't going to be cheap. After all, I had to work really hard to weasel my way into the auction site. Not to mention that if anyone found out that I was the leaker, I would be in big, big trouble. But how can we be sure your information is accurate? Paimon's curious. How you just happen to have this kind of info the moment we need it? Because to me, anything of value is as for the information's authenticity. Well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. That way, no one can dispute it. It's always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, here's the scoop. The Divine Knowledge Capsule was purchased yesterday by a certain Misery, the leader of Ain El Ahmar. Ain El Ahmar? You mean the Eremites who worshipped King Deshret? Ah, so you're already familiar. The group has done everything in their power to— That divine knowledge— The capsule is clearly visible in the picture. Thanks for the info. Please, it's my pleasure. It's all— Well, we figured out where the divine knowledge capsule is. It turns out it ended up in the hands of Ain El Ahmar. Let's head back and talk to Al-Haytham.
Useless.
Al-Haytham, we got the info you wanted.
Really? All right. Let's hear it.
Dory even gave us
Huh, look at that. Clear as day. It must have taken. All right. The person in this. In which case, if we play our cards.
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoking these Ain El Ahmar guys. After we defeat them, we can finally have a—
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days off while I make some preparations. Let's meet up again. See you then.
Al-Haytham sure is taking his time. Where could he be? Oh, there he is.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head to the pier in front of Faros Lighthouse.
Yep, let's go.
Alhaitham. I knew you were crazy, but I didn't know you were crazy enough to actually show up.
It was I who demanded that these negotiations take place. I was more worried that you might go back on your promise. But to your credit, it appears that you're sticking to your word. This is turning into quite an occasion. I also brought some backup. I assume you don't mind.
Backup? Aren't you the brat from the restaurant the other day? You've come to support this lunatic because he helped you out? Fine, your funeral. I'm not going to mince my words. Once we're done with you, you'll be nothing more than fish food. Get 'em, boys!
Uh-oh, here they come. Good luck, you two.
That's close enough.
Teamwork is dreamwork. By royal
Useless. Lament. Here. Worthless. Worthless. Here.
Academia scum! Boss! Finally! Did you use it? Great! Now we can... Boss? Boss! What's wrong?
What happened to him?
We have to cut his Akasha connection, now.
Target acquired! Arrest him!
Do not impede our work. Is that understood, Alhaitham?
Of course. I was only trying to help.
Take him away!
World, forget me.
What in Tibet just happened? It's like that big guy suddenly lost his mind.
It looks like he used the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
You mean the Divine Knowledge Capsule did that to him? Oh, yeah. You mean how some researchers go insane after getting knowledge from Irminsul?
I've heard of numerous incidents of researchers in Satyavada life going insane. The state that man is now in suggests that this is a similar situation. This Divine Knowledge Capsule does appear to be linked to the gods, but beyond that, it doesn't seem anything like the rumors suggest. Possessing it doesn't grant you divine wisdom or power. Did you hear what he said? World, forget me. What could that possibly mean?
If the mantra took him No way! Then that means the Academia got the Divine Knowledge Capsule back too! What a shame! We were so close! Still, Paimon didn't expect the Divine Knowledge Capsule would be so dangerous. Imagine if we tried to open it. Oh, who knows what would have happened to us?
As things stand, there is no reason for me to remain in Port Ormos. I believe our collaboration has also reached its end.
Oh, we were so busy trying to find the Divine Knowledge Capsule that Paimon forgot to ask you something.
Truthfully, I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali appears to Moreover, since the Academia possesses the Akasha, a symbol of our deity's wisdom,
everything about...
I'm heading back to the Academia.
It's almost the day of the Sub-Zero's festival. Maybe we should head back too. We've been rushed off our feet over the past few days, so maybe a little rest and relaxation will do us good. Then we'll part ways here, Alhaitham, until we meet again.
Now, do I deal with this thing first? Or should I produce the report that the higher-ups require?
Miss the Sub-Zero's festival, right?
Just as promised, Traveler and Paimon. I'm so glad that you two... Indeed.
There's no need to be...
Thanks, Paimon. Speaking of which...
Of course we went. A lot of things happened there.
I see. So if there is another chance...
My lady, if you went to Port Ormos in your current state... It's called covert protection. Keeping an ear out for what's going on or...
It's alright, Dia. I merely said I would. The festival's tomorrow. I've been doing nothing but causing trouble.
Even when you put it that way...
Don't worry, my guardian knight.
Okay, fine, but only tonight. Tomorrow's a big day, and...
Oh, you two must be exhausted from your long... I've already prepared a room for you to rest.
Whoa, you're so thoughtful.
Here we are.
It looks really nice. That's Paimon's specialty.
Oh, if you don't mind, how about all of my friends will be working the festival?
Yeah. It'll be pretty hard to relax and enjoy the festival.
Then let's meet at the...
It's a deal.
I may be too
Paimon's starting to really look forward to the Sub-Zero... Oh, no. Did we oversleep? We should go meet Dunyarzad.
Traveler, Paimon, I've been
Good morning, Dunya.
Not at all.
You've worked so hard.
You know, well... Many vendors came out of the blue to support the event, and they insisted on covering costs themselves. Let's go give them some business.
They paid for everything out of pocket? Oh, sounds like they're not in this just for the Mora.
They all said that contributing to a lively festival atmosphere is more important than money. Especially since we don't often get to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Ooh, they're selling food over that way! Let's go take a look!
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
Oh!
Mushrooms, so...
It's another generally speaking, the most common selections are foods like Rukashaba.
So, Wait, but if that's the case, if Sumeru uses them, wouldn't the Pyro Archons Festival be full of... Oh, Traveler, we have to go to Natlon as soon as... Thanks! Alright, how...
Dear customers, would you like to try your hand?
What's alchemical divination?
Right? I thought this...
So, how did...
It's quite simple. After you give me any...
Sure sounds random.
That is precisely what we need. After the transmutation...
Well, according to Lesser Lord Kusanali, everything is interconnected.
Why does everything sound so much more credible?
So that's the true wisdom behind it. Okay, one moment.
Paimon wants to take a look too!
Generally speaking, the moon signifies... It means... Wait a moment.
Is he really looking at...
Oh, I remember now. It means...
Illusions and lies?
Yes, but this book says that if you trust your...
He's not even trying to hide?
Naturally, fate will only ever show you the beginning of a journey.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning...
Guess that was still pretty interesting.
They say the Sub-Zerus festival was very lively a long, long time ago. Large flower carriages used to parade through the city. As they headed towards Port Ormos, people would throw flowers, candy, and liquor all along the way.
Dunyarzad's eyes are sparkling right now.
I wish I could have seen that spectacle. But if you ask me, I'm sure Nilu's Dance of Sub-Zerus will be just as impressive.
Attention! Soldiers, fall into formation if you want any help.
It's a weird guy with a... Hey! It's Dunyarzad!
In the few short days it took to...
The hallowed Night of Flowers. It's an honor that you...
Attention! All right, little soldiers, take your...
Yes, Knight! Just...
Ferris, the Night of Flowers is another Sub-Zerus festival icon. And
it's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the...
As are we to you.
Oh, not at all. Oh, speaking of tradition, do you want some...
Whichever...
That is the fun part. Each box contains a
Ooh, those...
And there's also lizard tail and...
Huh? What's up with the...
Onikabuto is a little spicy.
Dunyarzad, you tried them before? It's alright.
I also believe...
Great! These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want? Attention!
Oh, Paimon thought you survived so many epic battles because you...
The Sunsetia flavored candy was in box number 4. How about this? The most important...
Really? Thanks a lot, Knight of...
It's Night of Flowers.
Paimon really wilted the carriageless Night of Flowers.
They all basically sound the same. We got our candy, so let's keep going.
Oh, actually, I just remembered that I left something behind. Can you come with me to get it?
Dunyarzad, you probably forgot because...
We're too late.
I know, right?
Oh, that most certainly is. We're in luck. She's walking right into our clutch.
Those Eremite...
Who are you?
That's right. We haven't received...
They're a gang of kidnappers! Traveler, hurry!
Hey, did you scumbags even consider that the Homiyanis might have hired a merc that outclasses you?
You're... Dia! Dia the Flame Main! No wonder we mercs haven't...
Don't speak so disrespectfully. My family started...
Don't worry about it, my lady. Just some friendly banter between mercs. One punch.
Aren't your claws all dull by now?
Traveler, take...
No! We're gonna stay and help! There's...
Please be careful. Don't waste your time.
Dunyarzad, are you okay? You look a little pale. Are you in shock?
I'm fine. My body always reacts like this whenever I exert myself too much.
You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine after some rest. I'm more worried about Dia. After all, none of this would have happened.
Yeah! Don't worry.
My lady, Traveler, found ya.
Dia!
Any more of them? Or rather, did anyone...
Dia, your arm!
Oh, this? I'm fine. It's just a scratch. Normally they wouldn't have been able...
Please, let me take a look.
Come on, it's nothing.
Hold on, you said something about a new greatsword.
About that. Well,
It can't be. The anonymous donate...
Hey, Miss Dunyarzad, I wasn't trying to make you cry and...
Okay, making your employer cry.
You're so unreasonable, my...
Thank you very much.
Don't be like that. I get him...
Are you feeling
My lady, your condition...
Truly, I'm sorry for the
Are you feeling better, Dunyarzad?
Yes, much better. Just give me a few... I didn't realize you were concerned about it. I guess I shouldn't continue to keep it a secret. I was actually born with Elazar.
Can't believe it's
Oh, you've already heard of Elazar. Sumeru's current medical advancements still...
Dunyarzad.
There's no need to be sad. Compared to the simple fact that I'm afflicted. I know that my family loves me dearly. Did you know? Since I was a child, all I could... I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to meet other people. To me, there's not to mention this way. When my final day does arrive, at the very least, many people will remember that I...
As long as you don't forget Paimon. Paimon also...
To be honest, Lesser Lord Kusip, thanks. There will... Oh, right! Isn't it almost...
Huh?
Isn't the dance of... Nilu will recreate... And with that, my...
Then what are we waiting for?
Yeah!
Were you not aware that the law prohibits this?
Over there! Someone's...
I think I just saw the Academia's grand...
But the Dance of Sub-Zeros is one of the key parts of
The Sub-Zeros festival. The law also prohibits the private hosting of large... If you continue to resist, we will have to order... The Grand Sage has already granted you much...
How...
The Academia was originally responsible for the Sub-Zeros festival, but they failed this responsibility for many years. This is a hard pill to swallow.
Art, dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing such frivolous? Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth, while people like you...
No. I believe that our Archon
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyargarbaha day that prohibits
Understood. I will
The Sub-Zeru's festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's
Nilu, are you okay? Oh, Junior's up.
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere the Academia can't find us and perform there. Or we could get people to block them off so they...
Nilu, it's alright.
But you've been looking forward to the Dance of Sub-Zero so much.
It's okay. Seeing you care this much about my feelings is... It would be too risky to continue the
If you say so.
Yes. Okay. It's a problem.
I can't believe this is how things turned out. Those heart...
It really is okay.
A lot happened today. Nilu and Dunyarzad promised to make the... Yeah.
All connections have been... The project has entered its most critical phase.
Oh, we're gonna be late! It's all because you and... We should go meet Dunyarzad.
Useless.